What if Earth had two moons? It sounds like a beautiful fantasy, a double feature in the night sky. But the reality? It would be a geological, biological, and cultural nightmare. Today, we're not just adding a moon, we're breaking the planet. Let's find out how. Let's start with the most immediate effect, the tides. Right now, our tides are a simple dance between the sun and the moon. Add a second moon, and you turn a waltz into a mosh pit. Look up. For all of human history, the night sky has been dominated by a single, familiar face, the moon. It dictates our tides, our calendars, and our myths. But what if that changed tomorrow? What if Earth captured a second moon? Not a temporary asteroid, but a permanent, rocky companion. This isn't just a pretty picture. It is a fundamental shift in the physics of our planet. In the next 10 minutes, we will explore the gravitational chaos, the ecological upheaval, and the cultural revolution of a world with two moons. Welcome to the double sky world. Let's start with the basics. Our current moon is massive. A second moon, let's call it Luna Minor, would likely be much smaller, perhaps the size of Pluto. It would orbit closer to Earth, completing a lap every 10 days instead of 28. This difference in size and speed is the engine of all the chaos to come. Tides are the most immediate and violent change. Our single moon creates a predictable rhythm, 2 high tides and 2 low tides a day. With 2 moons, you have 2 gravitational engines fighting for control of the ocean. Example: when both moons align on the same side of Earth, their gravity combines. You get a super king tide, a bulge of water 3 to 4 times higher than normal. Coastal cities like Miami, Shanghai, and London would be uninhabitable within a generation. But the chaos is worse when the moons are on opposite sides of the planet. They stretch the Earth's oceans thin, creating extreme low tides that expose the seafloor for miles. The predictable rhythm of the ocean, the heartbeat of maritime life, becomes an arrhythmic, deadly pulse. The shipping industry would collapse. Ports would be useless half the time. The global economy, built on the stability of the sea, would shatter. Here is the hidden danger. Our current moon acts as a gyroscope, stabilizing Earth's tilt at a comfortable 23.5 degrees. This stability gives us our predictable seasons. A second moon, especially one in an unstable orbit, would disrupt this balance. Example: the gravitational pull of Luna Minor would cause Earth's axis to wobble by 10 to 20 degrees over centuries. This means the seasons become a lottery. New York could experience summers like the Sahara and winters like the Arctic. The jet stream would go haywire, causing permanent droughts in some regions and relentless storms in others. Agriculture, the foundation of civilization, would become a gamble. We would be living on a planet that is literally rocking and rolling. Let's look up. A second moon means a second source of light. Nights would be significantly brighter. A double full moon night would be bright enough to read a book outside. But the real show is the eclipses. Example: you would see moon-moon eclipses, where Luna Minor passes in front of Luna Major. The sky would be a canvas of moving shadows. But this beauty comes with a cost. Humanity has used the moon for timekeeping for millennia. The word month comes from moon. With 2 moons, our calendar breaks. Farmers rely on the moon to plant crops. With 2 different cycles, one 28 days, the other 10 days, you would have a harvest moon every 10 days. Religious holidays tied to the moon would be impossible to schedule. We would have to invent a new calendar system entirely. Time itself would feel different. Human culture is obsessed with the moon. Werewolves love songs, poetry, the very concept of a lunatic from the Latin luna. With 2 moons, our mythology explodes. Example: instead of a man in the moon, we would have a fight in the sky between 2 lunar gods. Werewolves would have 2 full moons to worry about. Poets would write about the jealous moons. Our entire cultural identity would be shaped by this dual sky. It would be a source of endless inspiration and endless fear. The very concept of lunar would become plural. We would have to redefine our relationship with the heavens. Here is the terrifying truth. A 2-moon system is inherently unstable. Over thousands of years, the orbits decay. Eventually, they will collide. Example, imagine two massive rocks smashing together at 20,000 miles per hour. The impact would not destroy the moons completely. It would create a ring of debris around Earth, like Saturn's rings, but made of moon chunks. This is the doomsday ring. For centuries, those chunks would slowly spiral down to Earth. We are not talking about shooting stars. We are talking about city-killing asteroids raining down for thousands of years. This is the inevitable endgame of a double moon world. It is a temporary, beautiful, and terrifying phase in a planet's life. Nature would have to adapt fast or die. Example, sea turtles use the moon's reflection on the water to find the ocean. With two moons, they would get confused and walk inland to their deaths. Nocturnal predators like owls would have too much light to hunt, but some animals would thrive. Creatures that use bioluminescence might evolve to flash brighter to compete with the moonlight. Evolution would take a wild turn. We might see new species born from the chaos. The survivors would be the ones who could learn to navigate a sky that never sleeps. So, could this really happen? The answer is maybe. Some scientists believe Earth did have a second moon billions of years ago, but it crashed into our current one. The far side of the moon is thicker. Some say it's the remains of a second moon. So, a two-moon world isn't just science fiction. It might be our past. But for now, we have one moon. And that's probably a good thing. Because as beautiful as two moons would be, the price is just too high. The stability of our seasons, our tides, and our very civilization depends on that single, lonely rock in the sky. It is a fragile balance, and we should be grateful for it. You will not meet me again if you don't subscribe. Thanks for watching.